No competition like no I in my team. No, are they wishful thinking or is it a nice dream? And we can see him coming, no need for high beam. Decision making, change a player, just do the right thing. Wasn't with me in the gym, so how can you contest?
Welcome to Post Point with your host, Winton McCullough. Hey, it's time to talk some sports, y'all. I'm glad you decided to talk some sports with me. But really, I'm glad you decided to talk some sports with us. Today, I'm bringing on a co-host. I'm trying to make a regular here on Post Point. He's my uncle. You could call him Unc. He's from the old school. So in his day, when you were talking Instagram, last thing you wanted was your picture snap. No need for pleasantries. We're going to hop right into it. Let's start the show.
Don't know what team I'm on, but I'm like how you see my chest. Look my uniform, I'm having it proudly way I'm dressed. The more I'm getting better, me more you getting worse. And thinking we.
All right, so what do you think about the Nuggets Clippers series, game 7, tied 3-3?
I like that. I said the Clippers in 7. That's what I said. Clippers in 7. And I think the Joker's tired because the way they played him last night, man, and Murray. He's on one night, then he's not on the next night, And I said to go 7. I like the Clippers because homeboy is playing real good. James Harden, he surprised me. He stepped up again, and I can't say that about Kawhi Leonard. He's a quiet killer, man. He don't say much, but he's healthy. So
right. Yeah.
But I said that game was gonna go 7 because I like both teams. Gordon is good. But I still think they messed up, man, the way they fired that coach.
Okay. What you think about Rockets versus Warriors? This is game 6. They're at game 6. Golden State leads 3-2.
I want Houston to win, but that guy Curry, man, it's like
you can't sleep.
They had a chance to kill him, but they didn't. You know what I'm saying? And with Green playing, and I just think Butler right now is the factor. If he stay healthy, Butler, they can't do nothing with him, man. Because he's their post guy. If they get him in the post, he's gonna knock them field goals down. And plus, they got a little bench, man. Golden State,
yeah,
they got a little bench. So that's what scared me. But I would love for Houston to beat them. But if Houston beat them tonight, they're gonna win.
All right. What about well, the Eastern Conference is pretty much set. So we'll be talking about the second round. What did you think about Cavaliers versus the Pacers?
I like the Cavaliers.
Like the Cavaliers, of course, yeah.
I like the Cavaliers. But Pacers, if they don't be running up at the mouth, you know what I'm saying? I'm glad they got hungry to homeboy dad because they did the right thing. Because any other player would have knocked him down, you know that.
Yeah.
Because you don't do that.
Yeah.
Go ahead and walk on the court. And I understand he said he didn't know his father and he apologized. No, you don't apologize because that was my son. I wouldn't have did that.
Right, yeah.
If anything, I'd have get Giannis a pound and say, yo, dog, man, see you next year. But after that, to get on the court and do that, this man played his heart out.
Right.
But the Pacers is a scary team. They're not consistent.
Not consistent.
Milwaukee to me was done.
How what do you think that series goes?
Who?
Cavaliers and Pacers.
I give it 6 games.
6 games? Hey.
Yeah, 6 games.
That's good if they can get 6.
Yes, I say 6.
All right, Knicks Celtics, old school, classic, Knicks Celtics.
5 games Celtics should beat them, man. They got no bench, man. Man.
Yeah.
I don't like the Celtics personally because I'm not a big with Tatum fan. They keep talking he should be the face of the league and all that. Nah. I like that kid White. That boy kid. That kid from my school, Colorado State. I like it. Quiet story. Plus, I like Holloway. You know what I'm saying?
Say that
Jason
again.
Holiday. What's his name?
Okay. Yeah, Drew Holiday.
Yeah. Drew Holiday. That's my boy. He's from old school. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Milwaukee, which they never gave him up.
Yeah.
They ain't gonna get a player like that.
I mean, I understand the concept of bringing in Dame, but when you look at it now, and there's reports. I don't know how true this is, but there's reports that Dame and Giannis really ain't clicking like that. And
think so.
Yeah, there's reports. I don't know.
I don't know. I think they should have kept the team they had before. They just should have brought in another piece.
Yeah, they had to. They really needed to get rid of Chris Middleton. They should have saw
because he stayed hurt. Right.
Yeah.
Right, Chris. But if he was healthy,
He was, yeah. If he was healthy,
He was healthy.
they would
Come on now.
at least have another one. They will at least have another one if he was.
Well,
healthy.
they could have brought somebody in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I think you could have got a free agent or somebody out the draft. So, yo, dog, we're gonna play you a little bit more. But these coaches, man, it's like they don't trust their benches, man. And that's what kills me, man. You got a guy on the bench. Then when they do bring that kid junior over the kid, they bring him in too late. You know, Doc is good, but you got to sometimes. I'm just saying, I'm old school. You got to trust your bench.
Would they bring in who?
What's his name? The Jackson Jr. or something.
Andrew.
Kid.
Is it Andre Jackson? Andrew Jackson.
One of those guys.
Yeah,
Jackson, I know Junior. That's what's his name's son. Jackson Jr. or whatever his name is. The kid was not. He's. I forgot his name, but he's good too. But man, that's a toss up, man.
Andrew Jackson Jr. Yeah.
Yeah, he's good. He's good.
Yeah, he's that port of attack defender. So what? I didn't watch that series much. They had him.
I did.
Doc wasn't playing him.
He didn't play him that much, man. He started playing him late, like in the third and fourth game when they really needed him. But it was too late.
When they was good this season, he was their port of attack defender. Like,
but
there's a title for these type of defenders nowadays because there's so much positionless basketball. The port of contact defender is the one that's always going to meet the guy that's bringing the ball up the court. He's the port of contact.
He play you 90 feet, but what I like, he can create his own shot. He don't need a play or nothing.
Yeah.
You know, then he goes down low and kid play defense.
Yeah.
And I understand they was trying to get what's the name back when he was hurt. On homeboy, but now he tore his Achilles now, so I think he's done for the year, right?
Yeah, Dame, yeah.
Dame, you know.
Yeah, you got to.
I think if Dame was there, would have been a different game. Listen, it would probably been a different game. Because you know why?
Yeah.
You would have to guard him because the fourth quarter, Giannis don't have to work that hard.
Mm-hmm.
They started clicking at the end of the season. When they got in the playoffs, they was clicking. Then the blood clot came. Giannis even said that I'm messed up because he was clicking. And Giannis, come on, man, they gotta work hard. Work hard. You know, I'm not trying to take Porter was hurt. Porter came back late. So, you know, Porter's, you know, but
they gotta blow it up.
Danny, they gotta blow it up. But I'm tell you something, Indiana got a lot of young talent.
Danny Ainge he was on to something when he first went to Boston. Everybody's like, why you trading KG and Paul Pierce and all that Brooklyn? And he got a haul. Like, it messed Brooklyn up for like 8 years almost, maybe.
20 years. Come on. He did that twice, man. Brooklyn did that twice.
Yeah. And you know, it's like he was on to something when you did that. Like, you got to see the end coming before it comes in the NBA. You got to see the end coming before it comes, because if you wait too late, and Milwaukee is waiting too late. You got to do Giannis a favor. You got to do yourself a favor, and you got to redo this team, because you'll get a haul for Giannis. You get a haul for Dame. You could rebuild off of that, and it's doing Giannis a favor because he's entering his 30s. If he's not 30, you're doing him a favor by helping him be on a contender, because Doc Rivers, he need to come
Danny
back.
Ainge, I know what Danny Ainge, he's a good general manager. Look what he's doing out in Utah. He got rid of all that garbage, and now he's
patient.
He's using the number 1 draft picks. They're gonna be all right in another 2 or 3 years. Go ahead. The thing was, when they got rid of my man and sent him to Cleveland, you know what I'm saying? He was good. What's his name?
Mitchell.
Mitchell's good. Yeah. But he was going for his own self. He was trying to make a name for himself instead of playing. You understand? So like Michael Jordan came in, he said, let me get my name for it. But now with this coach, he settled him down and said, yo, dog.
He had to go for himself in Utah.
I know, but still, they had some good players. Come on, man, they had good players. Yeah. But the playoffs come, he was one and done. Now, they had some decent players. Come on. I give it to him. But now he learned how to play. Someone tapped him on the shoulder and said, yo, look, that new coach, I love you. But you got this point guard you playing with right here?
Okay.
He's behind the ball.
Who they had like that in Utah?
Yeah, decent team.
You said decent, but you talking about Darius Garland is a player.
Yeah, but him and Darius Garland could play together at first.
Not at first, no.
That's why homeboy lost his job for what's his name, son?
Maybe.
Yeah, he lost his job because he was too busy. He was too busy catering to Mitchell. This coach come in that was with Brooklyn. They should have never got rid of him and broke that team up. That head coach.
Exactly.
He came right in. He sat him down and said, "Look, dog, I didn't want 2 championships. And I was assistant coach, but Mitchell, if you don't share the ball and feed the beasts, these 2 beasts, come on. Only thing scared me about Cleveland is what's his name? The kid that got defensive player of the year.
Can't think of his name.
USC.
USC, yeah, I know who you're talking about. I can't think of his name right now.
Soft as nails. I don't know how they gave him defensive player of the year. Soft, man. Soft.
Oh, you don't like him that much.
Soft. I like the other kid better that came from the Nets. He's the Nets. You gotta remember that coach there drafted him. Remember, what's the other big kid from my school, Colorado State? Sleeper, the big kid. The kid that be dunking with the afro and stuff. What's his name? Gotta give it to him. But my thing is, I gotta get these names down.
That's Evan Mobley. The big man you talk about is Evan Mobley.
Mobley. I like him, but defensive player, I don't see that. I see they should have given it to the other kid. I've been watching Cleveland. Nobody's talking about them. That's why I like them. Mitchell's to the point. You notice in the 4th quarter, Mitchell can take over now.
I think you're going to see. I don't like Evan as an all-round player, Evan Mobley. I think you're going to see his defensive impact when they play Boston, because that's more likely that's going to happen.
Well, he gonna have to, but he doesn't play good against Boston sometimes. It's Mitchell. Yeah? It's that guy Mitchell and that other guy. I'm telling you,
Kenny Atkinson is the coach.
Yeah, yo, listen to me. If he steps up, Cleveland's winning. There's no doubt about it. They're gonna beat Boston. But no, not Mitchell. I'm talking about Mobley, the big guy.
I don't expect too much for him offensively because he's inconsistent offensively.
Yeah, but if he plays the way I seen him play,
the backcourt.
The backcourt.
Garland Mitchell and Ty Jerome,
and the guy that's coming off the bench, the other kid, I forgot his name. They got a nice backcourt.
Ty Jerome, man, Kenny Atkinson deserves some credit because it's like he did the numbers in Brooklyn and what he's doing with Ty Jerome, what he's doing with his team, what he's doing, because Ty Jerome was with Steve Kerr, Kenny Atkinson was with Steve Kerr. I believe he was with Golden State, but this isn't his first time in the league, and this is the best he's looked in the league, and it's because of
But and then again, it's all about the coach. I don't care what nobody says. If the coach come in. And at first, he comes in, he changes things, he sat them down. So this is what I want from y'all. Yeah. I don't care how many offensive you do. We're gonna run Golden State system, but they play defense. Green is the focus. I don't like this guy because he's in trouble with. But when it's time to play, Green steps up. That's what he want Mobley to do, or the other guy. But my thing with Mitchell, he changed his game a little bit. He's sharing the ball. He don't have to get 40 or 50 points in the first half. 4th quarter, come the coach go like this and throw the field. You say you can go off now. Boston can't handle it. I don't care what nobody say. He loves playing against Boston.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say earlier. They couldn't do that with him last year. They ain't gonna be able to do nothing with him this year.
The kid's a beast.
Yeah, it's like everything that White, your boy White and Drew Holiday, everything that they do, it's like he has the answer for. And you don't want to put Brown and Tatum on him, so. Don't want to put pressure on.
Look at the next level. When it comes to it, they're gonna say, "Okay, cool. Mitchell, you can go ahead and go off now." Because that other guy, what's his name? He's good. He's gonna be like, you know what? Now I can do my thing, strip the ball. But I like them because they kind of balance. They balance this shit.
Yeah,
and nobody's talking about them.
Nobody's
talking about them.
To be honest, I think everybody wanted to wait and see what they do against Boston in the playoffs. I think most people feel that was going to be the matchup, and especially once New York showed that they wasn't the same team they was last year. I think everybody knew that was going to be the matchup, and people wanted to wait to see what they was going to do against Boston before they crowned Cleveland.
Hey, the way I look at it, Boston trying to win another one because they're breaking that team up this year because the salary cap on them. You got 5 players on that team is making over $40 million a year. Yeah. Okay, so next year with these new owners, they like, look. Either they go, but me as an owner, I'm keeping Tatum and Brown. Everybody else, they gotta go. I build the team around. No, seriously.
Yeah.
Kazinga's gonna want more money. The big guy.
Yeah, you can have him.
I know, but they made him a better post-up player.
Yeah,
he was going down low.
Yeah. I mean, but
he killed Indiana this year. He killed Indiana this year. So he's like, come on.
When the onus ain't on you, things become. little easier for you. You know what I'm saying? You know, when you go to a team where you know the scouter, you at the top of the scouter report, you know it's a little tough for you. Let's dive deeper into Nuggets and Clippers. You said Joker looked tired.
Yeah, he looked tired.
What makes you say that?
Playing a lot of minutes, and the way the Clippers played him last night, they didn't put the big guy on him all that time. They wore him down with what's the name. Then they brought in their big guy.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is, he's missing a lot of legs. Like homeboy said, he only shot. He was missing free throws crazy last night. That to me shows that you're tired.
Yeah. Okay.
Come on, that series, and for them to get the play, he's playing hard because everybody else wasn't playing like him. You just like he's playing the point forward, he's rebounding, he's doing all this. Yeah. Murray has to step up every day. If you're the second guy, they got to do what they did when they went to the championship, when Murray was on fire.
He can't recapture that for some reason.
I don't know. He was the bump the beginning of the season. He looked out. That knee should be all right.
But see, that team had a whole other option with Bruce Brown being the screener.
They never got rid of him.
They should have. Wait, they couldn't pay him.
Couple of players, I wouldn't care. He's sitting in. He's in Toronto, ain't getting no run. Sitting there getting all that money.
Yeah, it's funny.
I understand you got your ring and everything.
Yeah,
but I'm looking at him like, yo, my man, what happened to all that? Brown is a great role player to me, just like when Brooklyn had him. Good role player. That's why I say they should have never got Kevin Garnett and all those guys. Got rid of those guys. Then when they brought in KG and all of them, that one they did the same thing again. They got for the big three. They messed up. They gave away too many good players. Man.
Who, Boston?
No.
When Boston brought in KG?
Remember when KG and them went to Brooklyn?
Oh, I thought you talking about I thought you talking about when they went to Boston.
No, when they went to Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Then when KG and them came, you got Steve Nash as a coach and never do nothing in his life. You got rid of this coach here that's coaching Cleveland now. Kenny built that team, man. Let me tell you something. You can't go for a quick fix all the time.
Yeah.
Look at the Clippers.
Well, hold on. Let's stay on Denver real quick. What do you think the coaching impact is having on this series?
Oh, Denver?
Denver, because you know they fired the coach Malone like
it hurts them. It hurts them. Because I still say they got mad and the Joker them got mad because Malone was on their butt. He was like, yo, dog, what are y'all doing? He's the type of coach I like because he calls you out. When he called the Joker out, it was never the same. They went to the Joker first because he's the star player. You want to get rid of this guy? Yeah, get rid of him. Like Malone said.
He said, that's what he said.
He said, look, y'all want the cake and eat it. I don't have the players. Y'all took away the piece, the puzzle. Y'all gave me a pizza. Y'all took away 4 pieces and only gave me 4 more. And I'm like, where am I the other 4? Oh, gotta get rid of them. You didn't bring nobody in to replace that.
Yeah.
Now they got some good young guys on there, but I think Lou outcoached them. Outcoaching this kid Adam. Adam's good coach, good assistant coach. Father was good. But he's not
coach. Ty Lue is a head coach, yeah.
Yeah. And Pete just said he's quiet. But the only thing I don't like about the Clippers that scared me, and if I was out there last night, why y'all keep running the clock there? The Clippers, Denver almost came back. They didn't score the first 9 points. These guys trying to run the clock. Then when they get down to 5, 6 seconds, they fumbling. No, shoot, keep scoring, keep running on it. That's how they beat Denver. Okay, Westbrook is gonna play this game. You can't do nothing with him. He's erratic, but when he get hot, he start getting triple double. And he saved Denver a couple of times with them 3 pointers. But then you got Gordon. I don't know, man. I like the Clippers, man. I like the Clippers because Lou now, I think he learns every game now. You can't. But only thing I would say, James Harden get hot. The old James Harden, the older, not this guy now, this fat guy. You know he's fat, the Houston guy. He's going because remember he's dropping 40 on everybody.
Yeah.
So the thing is,
sometimes he came up short. A lot of times though.
Yeah, but he's playing deep. That's your part. He's playing defense. He never played no defense.
That's like I said, when the owners ain't on you, when you ain't showing up at the top of the scouting report, things are a little bit more easier for you.
But yo, when Adams said that, the coach of the Nuggets, he said, I ain't never seen this guy play a little defense. This guy playing defense. That scares you because he's not a defensive guy.
Yeah.
But if you show the effort, and Kawhi, if he stay healthy, if the quiet assassin stay healthy,
yeah,
I like their team, man. I like their team.
This thing, this is something emerges on the Clippers bench with Jeff Van Gundy. Like a lot of people are speaking highly of this. I think
the defensive coach. Why did the Knicks was winning when he was there?
Yeah. So why
He's
did
got an offensive minded coach.
Why did Knicks fire him?
Oh, the Knicks ain't fired. They fired. They let him go because he got tired of losing. Remember, they started losing. They started taking away, getting away, and he got mad when they gave up Pat for nothing. He said Pat still had 2 years left in. They were like, no, we want to. No, he's a Knick for life. If anything, put him on the bench. Okay. I understand Sprewell and them. Sprewell was a head case. You know what I'm saying? And I heard him say on the Knicks conference, he said, man, I should have tucked that little 15 million that Minnesota's gonna get. All they said, yo, dog, we'll give you a 2-year deal for 30 million, but right now we cannot sign you. You gotta sign these guys back. He was like, man, I gotta pay my rent, man. No, what? 15 million is 15 million, dude. You're 35 years old. Who's gonna give you all this money? Well, I'm Sprewell, not playing for the Knicks anymore. But Van Gundy and his brother, they're good coaches. Because you know why? They learned from Pat Riley.
Sidebar. You remember I was telling you about Jaden Ivey?
Yeah.
He plays like Sprewell. He got a game like Sprewell.
That kid from Alabama surprised me. But when he's with Golden State, only thing wrong with Sprewell, he punched homeboy in the face.
Yeah.
But he choked him.
They told the story. Why.
Yeah, but you know why? He got tired of them disrespecting him.
Yeah. He did.
And Sprewell told him.
PJ Carlesimo.
He do that to everybody.
Yeah, he was the type of coach that liked to try to get under your skin and stuff like that. I think they say he just tried Sprewell on the wrong day.
Hey, let me tell you something. I know PJ from when John Morton was there, Darryl Walker was there, Brian was there. They had they all said, yo, man, I liked him, man. He said, but I couldn't stand his mouth. He said, I couldn't stand when John went to Cleveland. John said, I was so happy my senior year. Then they had homeboy out of St. Anthony, Terry DeHare. He said the same thing. He said, no, he let me loose, but sometimes that mouth, man, he like downgrades you, like, yo. Yeah. And Bobby Hurley said he did the same thing. He left. But he had a head problem because everybody wanted to be like his brother. But PJ took them to Final Four that year. And Darryl Walker said, I wanted to punch him around when we lost to Michigan, and he called the timeout. He said, you big dumbass. He said, yo, who are you talking to? But that's how PJ coach.
Yeah, that's exactly
what you can deal with that. You can deal with any coach in the league. Good coach.
Yeah, he was.
Like people said, I couldn't take the mouth no more. Some players will sit back like me and laugh at him like, yo, you gonna have a heart attack. Like Pop, you gonna have a heart attack. And someone asked me one day, he said, when you play ball, he said, yo, could you play for Pop? I said, no, I couldn't play for him because it ain't about his mouth. It's the comments he make. He's the type of guy that when he goes in a lot of players told me, like when Kev Williams was there for St. John, my boy. He said, the guys are drunk, right? This nigga went was drinking wine and came out and cussed us out. He let it go too far. And see, me, I'm the type of player, I'll be on national TV. Yo, Pop, go take another drink before you catch a heart attack. Wow. See, he wouldn't like me because I'm a laugh at him. And he's the type of player like Tim Duncan. Tim Duncan ignores him. Like, go take a drink, bro. David Robinson, go take a drink, man. Leave me alone. Rod Strickland couldn't deal with him.
Yeah.
Because
imagine that.
Like Rick Pitino told Rod Strickland, yo, Mr. Smooth, man, what's up, man? Because Rod be looking at him like, yo, dog, I ain't got time for this. Certain players he can't get to, he don't like that.
Yeah.
And okay.
Let's go to back to Rockets and Warriors. You said that it seems like you're saying experience is going to rule out here, huh?
Right. If they do, yes, because Green gonna come out.
Yeah.
Fight. I understand that fighting them because today they had on about the comment. Oh, this is why basketball is not basketball. It's too physical. Everybody want to play. No. It's the playoffs. The best 4 out of 7. I'll get on your nerves too. If I got to keep playing you, I'm like, I know what you're gonna do. It's different, but Curry scares me. He gets hot. The whole team is gonna get hot. They're gonna follow him.
Yeah. And Butler. If Butler
too. But if you shut them two down, I can take Green all day long because he's gonna get mad. He's gonna get thrown out the game in there, But they got a nice little bench, man. They play hard. They almost came back on Houston last night. You watch that game?
Yeah. Oh no, I didn't watch that.
The other night. Yo, dog, they was up 31 points.
Yeah.
Yeah, they won by 14, but they had it down to 11 points with 4 and some change.
That's why I didn't watch that full game. Yeah.
Yo, okay, but
so
I like
you saying so you're thinking Golden State found something out in the blowout loss.
Yeah. Play your bench. Play your bench. Play your bench.
Okay.
If the Clippers win tonight, they're gonna win the series. That's all I gotta say. If they win tonight. Okay. If they beat Golden State tonight, when they go back to Houston, they're gonna rock. They're gonna beat them out. They're gonna dog them. They're gonna dog them. But you know what? He's gonna let them young kids play. Only one scares me is that kid Green. What's his name?
I don't think
he's erratic, man. Yo, his shot selection is messed up.
Yeah.
You only have 140-point game, you looking good. After that dip,
yeah.
It wasn't for my man from the lights dude the bid that came from Toronto that won the ring.
Fred VanVleet.
Listen to him, man. Listen to him, man. He got a ring, man.
Yeah.
When he got there, I never forget when what's the name got there, they won the championship. He told me, he said, yo, dog, I already listen to Pop. Listen to me. Play your game. Don't worry about me. So when you got a player like that, that's me. Don't worry about me. I'm gonna do my job. You just keep doing your job. The thing with Houston and they run the clock down, the same thing like the Clippers. When you got a team like Golden State, shoot the ball. Don't try to run the whole 24-second clock. Then when you get 8-9 minutes, you don't know what to do.
So you're saying they're doing that. They'll be a conservative once they
right. That's what they did last night. They almost blew the game.
This is happening in the fourth quarter.
Yes.
Okay.
They figured they was up 30 points. They said, okay, you know what? We're gonna slow it down. Second string came back, they almost lost. The guys came off the bench and knocked the 32-point lead down. That's unreal. You don't do that. Only starters. That's why.
But now that you said that, I don't think Houston wins this game. Because when you do that to a veteran team, it's like they're going.
Yeah, but the starters didn't come on.
I understand.
See, I think they played,
but they saw it. But they saw it.
No. What they did was they took their, like the coach said, they tucked their foot up against these second string. Listen, these guys don't play. Those guys come in and talk about, I'm trying to get a contract.
Yo, do you remember when Cleveland went to the finals with LeBron the first time?
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, they put Detroit out the playoffs.
Right.
The same thing that happened when Golden State came back on Houston, even though Houston won. That's the same thing that happened when Cleveland put Detroit out. It's like they found something out, even though they lost the game. They found something to rode that momentum the rest of the series.
Yeah.
Even though the starters for Golden State wasn't on the floor, they saw it. You know what I'm saying? And these are savvy vets. You know, Jimmy Butler, Draymond Green.
Yes.
Curry.
Yeah, you sit there and they go, but we can beat them. But the only thing, if Houston do what I think they're gonna do, they jump on them like they did the other night, they're gonna lose. But I'm telling you something. I'm not taking it from Curry. Curry's playing defense now, so it's wearing him out. He can't shoot like before. You gotta remember, he's running around. They said, "Don't worry." He was taking the load on. Now he got to guard somebody. Got better. Got to give it to him. Got better. This guy's getting like 89 rebounds, 11 assists. I'm like, wait a minute, this guy got a triple-double. Because he have to concentrate now. He's not as fast as he used to be. So now I like the Steve Kerr. You got to play a little defense. No disrespect. I love you and everything. We're going to set you up. Play a little defense. This kid is killing you right here. So now it's like other teams like, yo, Curry's playing defense now. So that messes your game plan up. He's already going to run around the court like 3 miles. They say he run like 30 miles, you know what I'm saying, around the court.
Yeah.
You get tired, but he's playing defense, and the other team is like, yo, this nigga just ran 3 miles and he's still playing defense. He's in great shape. If Luka take that concept, they'll be a great team. We're
gonna get on Luka. Let's foreshadow a little bit. Hold up, give me a second. We're gonna foreshadow. What do you think? Let's say the Clippers beat the Nuggets. They'll match up with Thunder. What do you think about Thunders versus Clippers?
I would like it to go 7, but if they don't, they'll beat them in 6.
Thunder?
Yeah. Because only thing scared me about OKC, they're a small team. When you take those big guys out, they're small.
They play small.
Yeah, I know they play
small. They
got
some bigs, but they play small.
Yeah, but that still hurts you. That's what I mean is you have to understand something. And that's why I say I'm old school. When they got you in it, when Magic and all those teams, like the 76ers, when they go in the back, when they got you and they kill you, they go ahead and get you out the way. Let's go to the next round. Isaiah Thomas, like he said, like I never forget what he said about Washington. He said, "Yo, Pat, he told what's the name? He said, I'm not giving these guys in Portland another shot.
Yeah,
I'm taking the last shot. Who took it? He did. And the coach Daly was like, yo, no, I want to. He said, forget Duma. I'm not giving them a shot because they can beat us. You got to have that mentality. You don't have that killer mentality, you can forget about being a champion. And Joe Dumars said, when he seen that and he looked at him, he hit that shot, he said, this is why you the man. He said, I didn't mean to dish you like that. But what's his name is on some bull crap, talking about, oh, we're going to do this. No.
Daly, John Daly.
You got to remember, they got Clyde Drexler. Those guys are no joke. That's why they got to a final.
Right, yeah.
Keyshawn was all those guys.
Terry Porter was on that team?
Terry Porter.
Yeah.
And he said, Terry Porter said, damn, he knocked that shot down. Isaiah said, I'm not giving him the last shot. And what he did, took over the game. That's why they went back to back. So I don't want to hear nothing else.
Hey, Isaiah put Bird, Magic, and Jordan out in one playoffs.
Thank you. On a bad leg. But my thing is, like Larry Bird said, they was gonna win it any way, man. The way Rick Mahorn and them was playing, and dog. With Dennis, John Sally, and them, they had that youth with the old.
Yeah.
Then you gotta remember Joe Dumars, and they had my boy Vinnie Johnson, microwave.
Yeah.
So Vinnie Johnson came, he was a starter. He said, I come off the bench, I'm still gonna get paid my $15 million. But they sat down and said, wait a minute, this is Isaiah's team. They brought Joe Dumars in to play defense. Now we got Vinnie Johnson, the microwave. We got this young kid, Dennis Rodman. We got John Sally. And we still got John Long on the team that can shoot. So when you put that together, Boston said, yo, we're not going to beat them because they got too physical. Boston got physical. They got physical.
Right.
Okay? I don't care what nobody said about Larry Bird. Slowest man in the world, but he plays defense. It's a cheap defense because they play low zone. But Larry Bird, but Isaiah said when he stole that ball, he said, where he came from? Larry Bird looked at him and said, yo, dog, you up there playing, man.
What?
The heart of a champion.
Okay, so if the Nuggets beat the Clippers, what do you think about Nuggets versus Thunder?
Thunder beat them.
So no matter who wins this Clippers-Nuggets series, the Thunder is going to win.
Yeah, but if they mess around, they can lose.
If they mess around with who? If they mess around with who?
With the Clippers.
If
they play the Clippers.
Yeah, okay.
They don't have that DNA to me. I look at the way they dress, the way they talk, the way I understand you bring all your team. They still like kids. That's
funny.
Williams is good.
Yeah.
But the big kid, the white boy, you're not black.
When you say when they come to the game, their attires on their mind.
Thank you.
The theatrics, everything surrounded. But when the Clippers come to the game, they can come to the game and they warm-ups.
What they do.
And they lock in.
You see James Harden like the other night, a Gucci suit, but it looked like a warm-up suit. He had the hood on. He came for business last night. He didn't come in there with that other bull crap on. He came because, yo, dog, this is your last shot.
Yeah.
And now they talking about, oh, yo, man, we got to guard James Harden. If James Harden's get hot, it takes pressure off Kareem. It takes Leonard. Now they can crash the boards because he's like, yo, dog, and plus, I'm going to give you the pass. But that kid last night that was playing good on the Joker, they played small ball, but they beat the kid from France. 6 block shots.
Batum.
Yeah. You got to remember, he's an all-star.
Yeah.
This ain't his first go-around.
Yeah.
He just ain't never been in that spot again. And he said, look, he's coming off the bench. But what they do, they start him. Because as a coach, you have to change up sometimes. You have to say, okay, cool. I understand you doing this, but I'm going to bring Batum in a little bit. I'm going to let you rest. Big man got rest because Joker was busting his butt. But in the second half, they wore Joker down.
But still, the fact that the big man offers resistance, that still takes something out of Joker. You know what I'm saying? Because he's not Joker's used to not playing people his size in the playoffs, you know. So when you, even though you busted their tail,
look, listen, Joker was doing good, but when he got to the rim, you got to forget all those guys that was blocking his shot. They like, yo, come on, let him throw it so we can get it out of it. You got to remember, quick feet. See, before Joker could wear the big man out, now he got this little guy on him. He's not playing up on him. He's playing like, yo, come on, I'm gonna let you fall back. So now the Joker's looking like, oh shoot. Now, this coach here, Adams, got to say, well, you know, they're going to play small ball again. So tomorrow, we don't play small ball. We're going to play big ball again. So you got to switch it up. You got to, how can I say it?
Adjust.
You got to adjust.
Yeah.
Lenny Wilkens, coaches like that, they adjust. Washington Bullets beat them. They came back the next year and they swept them. Elvin Hayes.
Be who? Washington Bullets be who?
The Seattle Supersonics when they went back-to-back in the 80s. Gus Williams and DJ. Larry Bird said after they lost to the 76ers, they said, yo, dog, man, we got to do something. He said, why, we got to get somebody from most? No. It was Maurice Cheeks and Andrew Toney is killing them. They used to call Andrew Toney the Boston Strangler. You remember Andrew Toney with the 76ers?
I remember that name, but I can't.
Okay, they called him the Boston Strangler. That's why they got Dennis Johnson.
Oh, yeah.
So Larry Bird made it. They didn't want Dennis Johnson. They said, no, dog. He said, if you don't get him, I'm leaving. What they do? They won 2 more rings. Okay? So you got to look when you say, oh, shoot. My backcourt is not – they killing it. When Seattle went for the second ring, they didn't have Marvin Webster. They had Jack Sigler. They said, oh, shoot. This white boy can play. They had Lonnie Shelton at power forward. We said, Knicks should have kept. See, Knicks keep giving away guys. Lenny Wilkens was smart to say, you know what? I got to beat up guy now. Bring Boston on. Bring Washington on. Because you have Wes Unseld, Elvin Hayes, and you have Bobby Dandridge. These guys are pro. Bobby Dandridge already got a ring with Oscar Robertson. You gotta remember he played with Kareem. So when he got there, he was like, this guy's skinny at 6'9", but he was strong as hell. But when you look at their backcourt, they killed them. So when they came back the second year, they let Gus go. DJ, play your game. Freddie Brown, just keep shooting those 3-pointers.
Downtown Freddie Brown.
Gotta say no more. Lenny Wilkens is a great coach because he's seen, you know what? Forget Marvin Webster. 7-foot, he's good, but the 7-foot, he slows us up. Jack Sigler come down, he had the funny shot. Same thing when Magic got there and they won. He had a great game. But who behind that game? Jemiah Wilkes. He had 38 points, 12 rebounds, 10 assists, and a couple of blocks. He was killing Dr. J with that funny Cornbread. You seen the movie Cornbread? The original Cornbread.
I'm never going out with somebody who's shooting like that.
I know, but everybody kept saying they couldn't block it because he would get them and he would shoot straight up. You'd be like, wow. But he had a funny shot. But you got to remember, back then, guys was like 185, like George Gervin said. Jemiah Wilkes, he said, man, come on, you should kill me in UCLA, man, when he's at college. He played for a coach that said, yo, my man, I don't need you to do it. I just need you to be you. Marcus Johnson and them got this here. You know, you got to remember, he won all them championships with Bill Walton because he told him one thing. Bill said he would never let us dunk in practice.
Foreshadowing again, if the Rockets beats the Warriors, what do you think about a Rockets-Timberwolves matchup?
Damn, I think Timberwolves beat them.
You think the Timberwolves would? For real?
Yeah.
I think that's a bad matchup for
Nah, because you know why?
Put Armin Thompson on Ant-Man.
That's the way I can't see that.
What?
No. I take big talent of little talent, but if Homeboy keep playing the way he's playing, Minnesota's too linky, man.
If Jeff Green keeps playing the way that he's playing, I mean,
Green, he always played bad against him. Forget him.
Okay, so you give Houston no chance against Minnesota?
I think Minnesota beat him in 6 games.
In 6 games.
Because you know why? Ant-Man is stepping up. If he keep playing the way he's playing.
Ant-Man had the floor available to him against the Lakers. He's coming up. He's coming up the court. You got a handicap.
Lakers ain't have nobody. So come on, let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of that.
They didn't have nobody to guard.
They messed the Austin Reed game up, man. Homeboy JJ shouldn't even be the coach, man.
Hold on before we get on the Lakers.
Okay.
Before we get on. All right, so You don't think that Amen Thompson could even LeBron James suffers MCL sprain?
Yeah.
His season done, so he got time to relax.
Yeah, but he didn't know till after the game because his knee swollen. So that's why I said it ain't gonna be that bad for him.
All right, so you don't think Amen Thompson could neutralize Ant-Man at all?
Nah.
Oh,
I think the way I just like those guys on the team, and they big, they linky, and all of them can play, man. They keep playing the way they playing. And yo, grit that other kid Reed and them. Yo, come on, man.
I gotta see it against a real playoff team. The Lakers was not a real playoff team.
What's their record against them in the regular season?
Let me see. The Lakers was not a real playoff team. I'm gonna pull.
Oh, not the Lakers. I'm talking about Houston.
Yeah. I'm about to check that out now. But
Lakers ain't had no shot, man.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, okay, so during the regular season,
okay,
Rockets, Timberwolves, Rockets. It's like they split.
Okay. So that'll tell you right there. I said 6 games.
Okay.
Now, if Green played, if Green played the way he's supposed to play, they keep talking about this kid here. That's an option you cannot stop.
All right, so you basically, if the Rockets play the Wolves, they're not winning. All right, if the Warriors play the Wolves, what do you think about that?
Wolves will run over. They'll run over.
So in this leg of the playoffs,
I like that in 6 games. I like that in 6 games.
You an Ant-Man fan?
No, not that. If Rudy Gobert keeps playing the way he's playing,
oh, that's the thing I keep talking about. The Lakers have no personnel to exploit Minnesota's weaknesses. Other teams do.
Oh, you trying to say Golden State can exploit them right now?
Gobert do not want to match up with Draymond Green.
Forget it. If he plays the way
Gobert do not want to match up with Draymond
Green. Look. I don't care if they play the way they playing. And I learned this from good coaches, from Peter Vesey. Look him up. He used to be the beat writer for the New York Post. I played ball with him. He said to me, I like you guys, but I'll take big talent over little talent any day. When Richie Adams came to play with us, we didn't lose a game. He went to UNLV. Listen to me. We had a guy in the back that can block shots, that can score. We had Gary Springer. We had guys like Kenny Hutchinson. All I had to do was just come, and like he said, that's why I looked at my time. You pick him up 90 feet, wear him out. Fourth quarter, come this guy's like this. Because he got to go up against two 6'9" guys, 6'10" guys. Big talent. That's why I like LeBron. I take big talent over little talent any day of the week.
At the same time,
you got to remember, right now, I understand Green's a master at it, but they just too linky for them. They too linky for them.
Gobert won't be on the floor against Golden State because he's going to have to play the perimeter because they have a big that can shoot, and Draymond Green can facilitate for the perimeter.
Get all that. Forget Green. Jimmy Butler.
Can't forget Green. If you
forget Green, Jimmy Butler.
I understand that. Butler. We're talking about the Rudy Gobert matchup. How they're going to take Rudy Gobert off the floor. They have a center that could shoot. They have a center who can stretch the floor, and he could put the floor before.
So that rookie kid?
Posting, yeah. And Gobert don't want to go out on that. Gobert don't want to go out to the
I want to talk about that stuff. Bomb. He ain't going to be doing all that against him. If Rudy Gobert do what he's supposed to do, I like Minnesota in 6 games. Okay. That's all I got to say.
When you relied on that, Rudy Gobert?
No, I'm not relying on. I'm relying on Reed and all those other guys they got. They got a good team.
Think about it. The Lakers held Ant-Man to 15 points that last game. Gobert looked like Shaq. He's not going to look like Shaq against everybody.
Look, he had 15 points. What was he doing? He's passing, assists. Listen to me. You don't have to score your superstar.
That's cute. This is what it sounds like to me. Y'all went to the court and y'all saw this dude at Bell Terrace hooping against some dudes that was not talented. Y'all like, man, this guy is nice. And then y'all came back the next week, and all the original players was at Bell Terrace, and this dude is like, don't need to be on the floor anymore. This is what Minnesota.
Yo, he's still a professional. I just need you to block shots. Jimmy Butler come down there, put him on the ground. That's all I need you to do. I don't need you to score this series. I don't need you to get 22, 24 rebounds. I need you to block shots and play defense. Green, make him work because he's going to get frustrated. Make him work because you notice when he get frustrated, what he do? He want to start a fight. He want to kick people in their heads and all that. They're going to frustrate him. Let Curry be Curry. You got nobody guard him. Let Curry be Curry. But you run them young guys at him. So if you get him in the first quarter, this is the thing. If I was a coach, do not let off the gas because if you do, you're not going to play for me. That's all I ask you. That Houston thing where we just went, the other thing we went to, we're not doing that anymore. Make Curry play some defense now. That's all I ask. That's all I ask. But if they play, I see them in 6 games.
All right, let's go to the Lakers. What you think about their situation?
I would have never got Luka.
Right.
Not at the point to dish him or anything.
Yeah.
Over the last 6 years, they keep saying he's been a pro since he was 14. Yeah. What I don't like about European players, what I seen in the Olympics, when I seen them smoking cigarettes after the game.
What you like about sub-European players?
Listen to me. Smoking cigarettes. It took his boy Lucas, it took what's name to say the joke. Yo, what are you doing? You're on national TV. This nigga party. They just lost. He up to drinking beer and smoking. That's what they do.
Yeah.
Remember when the Joker came in the league, he was out of shape. He wasn't in shape. It took his 3rd year, and he said, yo, dog, I got to get in better shape. He said when he played 43 minutes, it almost killed him. But now you look at him now, this nigga doing behind the back pat, he wearing you out. He's dropping that 265 when you're 6'10 or 6'11. Luka is 26 years old, but he got a body of an old man. LeBron is 40, and he got a body of a 28 or 26-year-old. So you tell me.
All right.
Kyrie Irving don't play defense, but he will play defense. But Kyrie Irving is in good shape. Yeah. He's going to wear you out. Luka plays half court. It caught up with him in the playoffs last year. He got to get in better shape, man. He got to commit. You got to commit. Instead of you going to your country, stay here. I think it was a bad move. I like Anthony. I like my boy Davis. What's his name? That they took from. It's just that he stay hurt all the time.
Who's that?
Davis. He stay hurt all the time.
Yeah. But we
could have used him. We could have used him.
Yeah, I don't think I would have. I wouldn't have
made that trade.
Yeah, I don't think I would have made that trade either.
No, I wouldn't have made it because my thing is, I'm going to ask them, why y'all giving them up? No. Why y'all trading? I'm just saying as a general manager and the owner.
That's exactly why. Like, that's exactly what I'm talking
about. The new owner said, we got to give this nigga the max because they got to give him the max next year.
Well, that's why they had to give him up because they're the
only. They could have given him the max.
They're the only team that is supposed. They have to give Luka that money, and they're the only
team that
could do that.
Nobody sat down and told him. The new owners came because that general manager. Why y'all get mad? The owners said trade him.
Yeah,
that new owner came in and said, "Look, I'm not giving you no money."
Yeah,
he's coming off another. He already had his first max contract.
Yeah,
they said that last night. He coming off the $250 million max. You think I'm gonna give you another one?
He signed the max contract. Once you get a certain amount of accolades, you're up for another extent. No, I said it would have been an extension to that.
Yeah, but still, he would have got that big money.
Yeah.
I'm not giving that money to you when you come in. Look, and remember this, Winston. I learned this from playing with Earl Mango and all coach like Peter Vesey. Screamed me out, man. My junior year, I came back. I thought I had a great junior year. I was going into my 11th grade. I came back to Harlem. I'm balling. Homeboy looked at me and said, I know you play football and everything. You do all this and you leave for camp. He said, but you ever walk in my gym? Earl Mango said, you ever walk in my gym again? You don't come here to get in shit. You come here to work on your skill.
Do you think LeBron should want to come back to this team?
He ain't got no choice. Anybody else can pay him?
Ain't nobody gonna pay LeBron?
Not that type of money the Lakers gonna give him. Look, I know you 40. I know you all this shit.
The Knicks would.
He go to the Knicks. He ain't gonna do that. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that. But Bronson, no. I don't like Bronson because the other when they played Who did they play? His father came out and got homeboy was busting his butt. What team was that? His father got on the call. Homeboy said, "What's his father doing? He got his butt. He's too small."
Brunson.
Brunson. He's gonna get hurt. He's good and everything, but that Villanova garbage, they gave up so much. They shouldn't have never gave up all that money for the other kid. Bro, you had a bitch. You picked it. Everybody that played the Knicks last year,
Bridges.
Everybody that played the Knicks last year said, "Yo, dog, defense." They were scared to play the Knicks, even Boston.
Well, he a defensive player. Bridges is a defensive player.
Not listen to me.
I would have got Cat. I would have got Cat.
You gave up too much for him. What did he say? I'm the best shooting man in basketball. You are, but you don't play. Why do you think Minnesota did like this? And another thing,
I would have got Bridges, and I would have, as long as I have 2 Mitchell Robinsons with this team, I'm good.
Listen, should have kept Julius Randle. See how he played?
Watch
at the next. Just look. Give me the props. Watch him in the next level. You know why?
Let me tell you about Julius Randle, right? The Knicks brought Julius Randle in when they had nobody, and Julius became the man, right? And then they signed Jalen Brunson. Now, when they signed Jalen Brunson, Jalen wasn't the man. And he brought Jalen Brunson. He came in the layup lines and running laps. And Julius was like, "Yeah, we got a guy." And then they scrimmage. And Julius was like, "He is the guy."
Is to tell that little guy running around. And I still say, watch Boston, what they do. He get all that he did, all that. Like I said,
man. You sleep.
I don't like him. I don't like him, man. He's all right. He's all right. He's doing all this shit. They call him. New York is like praising him like he's a.
Brunson is that dude, man. He will bust your tail, man. Anybody you can't tell Brunson.
Like I said, he's a lot of hype. A lot of hype. I think I like Hart better than I like him. I like Hart better than I like him. I like that kid that they got from Toronto, the one they gave the 200-something million to. What's it? Anunoby or whatever his name is.
Anunoby.
Quiet.
OG Anunoby.
He should be getting the ball more. Bronson got to take the ball out of his hands sometimes. He pound the ball too much.
Okay, I get what you're saying, but when you talking about OG Anunoby, and you
I like him.
You like OG, you like Josh Hart. Them guys ain't generating offense like that.
They don't get the ball.
Oh man, come on, man. They're not getting the ball for a reason. All right, that's going to do it for another episode of Post Court. I want to thank you for rocking out with us tonight. You know what to do. Follow on Facebook, subscribe on YouTube. Till next time,
Thing wasn't with me in the gym, so how can you contest? Walk the hilltop and ran many miles to be the best. Don't know what team I'm on, but I'm like, how you see my chest? Yep, my uniform, I'm having it proudly way I'm dressed. 6'2", limited bit. Who better? I think we're better. We're cutting the hardest. You know what I'm saying? Y'all.